Welcome to Family Connect Network. 5 things you should never do with the rod in the mouth. In the last video, we treated one very important thing that you should never do extensively. If you missed that, please click on the description below and watch it. It will bless you. Today we are concluding with the 4 very important points, things that you should never do with the rod. Relax, watch to the end. God bless. Number 2. Never discipline or correct your child when you are upset. Never discipline. That's not the time to discipline. When you are angry, upset, provoked, do not discipline at that time. Do not correct. Use what is called deferred response. It will help. Because if you are to meet a discipline, it might be harder than what you would normally do. Or it might be words that are harsh and they pierce deeper and they have eternal negative marks. So please do not correct your children when you are angry. Deal with that anger first. Let the rationality come back. Let the Holy Ghost take over, and then you'll be able to correct the child. Call the child and say, look, did you know what you did was wrong? And then you'll be able to communicate well. Because negative words can actually pull down a child's self-esteem. It can bring fear. It can cause resentment. It can introduce gap in communication. And the child will say, oh, my dad, when he's angry, I can't even look at his face. And then we are passing it on because we are models of our children. What we display is what they learn from us. So this is so important. It's not only for children, it applies to spouses. When your wife does something which you're not happy, that's not the time to display it. That's not the time to correct. That's the time to just move away. The same thing with the wives. That's not the time to answer back, to correct, or to defend yourself. No. Somebody has to be calm so that the situation will go on. The next one, which is very important also, is never tease your child with negative words or names. Never tease your child or your children with negative words, negative names. Words are so powerful, we cannot play with them. I do hear some parents say, you child, you're so naughty. You're naughty, naughty, naughty. Not a game of words. You're speaking that naughtiness into that child. Just a matter of time. So we've got to be careful. We've got to be careful. I do hear parents say, he's such a stubborn child. It shouldn't be said. If a child has got issue with stubbornness, you know what to do. You speak the right words. You child, you're submissive. Please go back and listen to the video, how to use the rod. That will really help. So we should not emphasize on the weakness of our children or our spouses or family members. We should not, emphasize on their mistakes or in their inabilities or their frailties. And this also goes to children who are living with different inabilities, different health conditions. Please do not emphasize on where they are weak. Talk strength into that place. With patience, help them and build them with love. Build them in role modeling. Then number 4, never speak words of rejection. We're talking about words. We're talking about the rod in the mouth. Never speak words of rejection. Sometimes rejection is not only spoken. Sometimes rejection is portrayed. Rejection is felt, is played out. There's a story in the Bible that a young man felt it. He received that message of rejection and that affected his life until when he cried out to God. His name is Jabez. We'll talk more about Jabez. Rejection is a big thing. We don't understand that there are different reasons. Sometimes the very presence of a child in your home could be a reminder of pain. Maybe because of how the child came. Sometimes it could be pain of separation, maybe from divorce or from even death. Sometimes it's unplanned pregnancies. Sometimes it's even product of abuse. And you look at the child, maybe you were supposed to be in school and it's like, what am I doing here? Is it not because of you? You caused me this trouble. And that is being absorbed. That is being absorbed. If you read about mental illness and psychological problems with the young people, even with adults in later lives, you will most times hear rejection. I was rejected. I was never loved when I was young. It started when they were young. They absorb and absorb and absorb and absorb, and it's, internalized. And in the near future, it begins to play back. That's why as parents, we've got greater role to play. Apart from what we say, we also pray for our children. We discussed that in the last video. So don't portray atmosphere of rejection, no matter the circumstances. Cover with love, cover with patience, cover with prayers, and see things turn around. Even as you speak those changes, things will turn around. Things will turn around. And if you've been hurt and there's a deep wound inside of you, the Lord is ready to heal you. Just receive your healing. Receive your healing from God, because it's a healer of all emotional hurt. Yes. Number 5, never use negative comparison or unnecessary praise. Do not compare your child or your children to any other child next door, wherever. Or my uncle's child or my cousin's child is actually, he is so good, he does things in the house, he's so smart, he's obedient, he listens. Do not compare your children. Do not compare. My auntie, all our children are all doctors. Why can't I have doctors? No. Our role as parent is to support our children, is to groom them to be the best that God has designed them to be. To be the best that God has made them to be. We are to help them realize that goal. We're not to raise them to look like us or to fulfill the dreams that we could not fulfill. No. Let the divine destiny of God for their lives be fulfilled. Then they will be truly fulfilled and you will be truly fulfilled. It is the same thing in marriage. We have to show love. We have to show support. We have to humble ourselves. We have to seek God and allow God to help us. Our spouses, we will support them to be the best that God has designed them to be. It's our big responsibility. And I trust God is helping us. We will not fail God. Every child is born unique. Every child is outstanding. Every child is to fulfill their own destinies. No two persons are ever designed to be the same. No, not even twins. They are not designed to fulfill the same destinies. No, except God has ordered it that way. So there's no reason for negative comparison. It's the same thing to leaders in the marketplaces, to leaders in offices. It's the same thing. We have to embrace the uniqueness of everyone. We must celebrate everyone's uniqueness, but we must support them in the areas of weakness and then provide opportunities for growth and for development. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I come your way again. God bless you.